We're going to look at making a quick test key in Aware. So once you've logged into your Eduphoria and you've clicked on your Aware tab, it should pull up a screen that's similar to this. Depending on your access rights, you may not have the Manage tab down here. If you don't, you're going to create your test on your Test tab. So I'm going to click on my Manage tab. Okay, then I'm going to go up top and click Administer Test, down to the bottom, Create a Test. And then I need to click on Create a Quick Test Key, and over bottom right to Next. On this screen, I'm going to name my test. It needs to be a name for that test, not just a generic. So I'm going to name mine Demo because this is a demo test. Your grade level, pick your grade level, mine will be 3rd. Your start date and end date are the dates that your test is going to be available for your teachers to access. I always set mine a year later. You don't have to if you want to do a week, 2 weeks, however long you want your teachers to be able to access that test. And then the test type, you need to make sure you put it under CBA. It's a curriculum-based assessment, and it does matter where it's stored. So make sure you click CBA and then go to Next. Select the campus that you're on and Next. The course that you're going to select is the course that you're testing. So I'm going to go into 3rd grade and I'm going to click on ELAR because those are the TEKS that I want to see when I'm matching up my TEKS to my questions. It's a reading test, so I need my ELAR TEKS. Here's where you put in the total number of questions on your test and the number of responses you want. If you only want 3 responses, 4 or 5, it's going to be multiple choice format, and we always use the standard 4. Click Next. You can make your test as long as you want. Okay, here's where you put in the correct answers for your test, or your answer key. I'm just going to pick some bubbles and then click Next. Okay, says you're done, so we're going to come down here and click Finished. Okay, and then it pulls up a screen that looks like this, and we're actually going to be working through all these tabs. So it has my test name here. It's under CBA. It's for 3rd grade, and I'm actually going to put it under Reading. And then Satisfactory is 70. We set our Advanced to 90, but that's for you to choose. We go up top and we hit Save between every tab just to make sure. Okay, once that's kind of blinked at us, we know it's saved and we can move on to the Curriculum tab. The Curriculum tab is going to show you what set of TEKS you're going to be able to pull from. So I'm going to be able to pull from 3rd grade reading TEKS. If for some reason I need another grade level's TEKS, I can just add a course. Sometimes our tests have some 2nd grade TEKS on them. So I'm just going to go into 2nd grade and grab their TEKS and then come back up and click on Add Course. And it's going to pop those TEKS in there. So when I go to match up my questions with the TEKS, I have 3rd and 2nd grade TEKS to choose from. So I'm going to hit Save. Okay, I'm going to move on to my Questions tab. This is actually where you're going to be matching your questions with the TEKS. So most standardized tests alternate. One line, your answer choices will be A, B, C, D. The next line will be F, G, H, J to kind of help the kids stay on track. If you don't want them to use all 8 answer choices, if you come right here to this button and click on alternate, it's going to undo that. And so you'll see that all these answer choices just changed to either A, B, C, or D and didn't use that 2nd set. Now we need to match our TEKS. So I'm just going to hover over the answer choice and click on the pencil, and it's going to bring up a pop-up window. If you wanted to type your test questions and answer choices in here so that it's available to print from Aware, you could do that. We use a separate hard copy, and so we're going to skip that step and just go straight to standards. And this is where we choose what student expectation or what TEK our questions are covering. So let's say number 1 used a 2nd grade TEK. I'm going to go up to my drop down menu and I'm going to change it to grade 2. And you'll see once it loads, it just popped up all the 2nd grade reading TEKs. So I can go find the TEK that I need. So let's do main idea. I'm going to double click that. And it's going to bring up a window like this. Okay, I need to go down and click finished. And then you'll see that it's going to pop my TEK up right here beside my answer choice. So for number 1, the correct answer is A, and it uses 2.14a student expectation. You're going to have to go in and individually edit every question to attach the TEK. So I'm not typing in any questions and answer choices, so I'm just going to skip to the standards tab and go find the TEK that I need, double click it. If you're in a tested grade level, the next screen is going to look a little bit different because you have to pick a star reporting category. So you just click on the drop down menu and click on the one that it gives you, hit select, wait for it to load, and then this screen looks like the screen when we selected a 2nd grade TEK. And then hit finished. And you'll see that next to number 2, the answer choice is B, the student expectation is 3.8B, and the star reporting category is 2. Okay. So once we've worked through all of our questions and attached the TEKs to them, we're going to hit save. Wait for it to blink at us so we know that it's saved. Okay, and then we're going to go to the campuses tab. So we click on the campus, we want it to be elementary, select your grade level, okay, and then hit save. Okay, and it kind of blinked at us. So now we're going to go to the Students tab. The Students tab is where we pick the kids that are going to be allowed to take this test. So we want to do Students in Selected Courses, and it's going to change my menu down here. And this matches whatever's in your gradebook. So our gradebook says ELAR instead of reading. So the subject area I would need to pick, there's a reading and there's an ELAR, but since it's ELAR in Skyward in our gradebook, we need to choose ELAR in here because they communicate with each other. Then I want to go down 3 ELAR is 3rd grade ELAR, so that's any regular ed kid that's in an ELAR class in 3rd grade. 3rd resource ELAR is going to be any resource kid in 3rd grade that's in reading. Okay, so I always click both of those just to make the test available to every 3rd grader. On the student filtering, you want to click all of them to say include. Sometimes it takes a minute for the bubbles to move over. You don't have to worry about economic disadvantaged. We just want to include all those kids. Then we're going to scroll down, filter by grade level, pick your grade level for your test. And then we want to save it. Wait for it to save. And then we're going to go to the Administration tab. The Administration tab is going to remind you your start date and end date for the availability of your test. If you want to, it's automatically set for the teachers to print answer sheets, and that's fine. That way each teacher can print their own answer sheets if they want them. On the teacher submission, we do teachers may answer all questions because we let our teachers put in their answer choices. We don't run the Scantrons through the scanner. We put them in by hand, and so teachers may answer all the questions needs to be clicked. On the online part, if you ever want to give a test online, it's available for us to use, and that's under the online tab. Okay, so we're going to set the teachers may answer all questions was the only one that we changed on here, and we're going to hit save because we want to make sure we save it. And then if you notice on the bubble sheets, over here it says print a sample. So that means you're not quite done yet. You've got to come up for this test to be available for all your teachers. You've got to come up and make it active. So you just click on the active tab and it's going to transfer it over to being active where your teachers can access it. And now if you look, you can actually print the answer sheets from here. So if I click on print answer sheets, it's going to pop up this little side window over here, and it's going to let me pick and choose who I want to print answer sheets for. So if I open up the little plus sign, I have all the ELAR, regular ed and resource checked. So if I clicked finish, it would pop up a PDF file that had the Scantrons for every kid in the 3rd grade. And they're going to be separated by teacher. So if you wanted one person to just send those to the copier, then you would be able to do that here. Make sure you don't run them front back or you're going to end up with 2 different kids' answer keys on one sheet of paper. So make sure you run it one-sided. So once you get to hearing your test is active, you're done. Now for your other teachers, if you go to either the My Analysis or the Analyze, I'm not sure what button you have if you don't have administrator rights, you're going to see up top this little box that says test available. When you click on that, that's going to pull up every aware test that you have available for your kids. Okay, so we're going to scroll down and find our test, which is the demo test. And we're going to click on it and it's going to open up. We have 2 periods of reading kids. We have 2 groups of reading kids. So this is my homeroom group and this is Misty's homeroom group. So if I wanted to, I can click on both of those and go down here and print the answer sheets. And it's going to pull up a PDF for me to look at first. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here and open it up. It's going to pull up that PDF of all my answer sheets for my kids. And then from there, I can send them to the printer if I wanted to print an answer sheet. Don't forget to run one-sided, not front back. We also, what we do is we let the teachers put in the answers for the kids. So we do it by hand. So I'm going to click on my homeroom and I go to enter answers. And it's going to pull up all of my homeroom kids. So Casey is highlighted, so I would go in and put the answer choices that she chose from her test by hand. And then I'm going to click save when I'm finished. And this little window will pop up that says scoring complete. I click OK. She has a green check mark. I go to my next student. So I just click on them, put in their answer choices, save, and go to my next student. But you have to be careful with this and make sure you're putting in the right answers for the right kids. Once you're done, your data is automatically ready to go look at. That test is graded. You would go over to the My Analysis tab, click on your grade, click on your class, and you have to go through. Remember, we made it a CBA, so it's going to be under CBA Reading 2012, 3rd grade. Here's my demo test. Now remember, I only scored Casey, so she's going to be the only one in here that has a score. Okay, so it gives you their name, and then it tells you how many they got right, their percent score, whether they met the standard, which we set as 70, or whether they were advanced, which was 90 or above, and it tells you the date. Up here, you can go up and look and see their individual responses. So you can go and look and see what she put for each question. The ones that are red are the ones that she missed. You can also break it down by the student expectation. So if you had main idea tested more than one time, you're going to see how they did with each SE. So from this test available, you can enter your answer choices for each kid, or you can put in their answer choices by hand if you've set it that way. You should be good to go.